Now, my next work from home favorite from Amazon, you might laugh at me about, but it is actually. Hello and welcome back to my channel where I help you slay your career and cultivate the successful life you deserve. For the best career success advice, make sure you click the subscription button and the notification bell. I release 2 new videos each week. And if you couldn't already tell, this is going to be a little bit of a different kind of video. We've all been working from home for a while, and have you found yourself wondering, how can I be comfortable AF when I'm working from home? Well, that is a question that I am answering today. I've been working remotely and working from home for most of my career now, which has really allowed me to perfect my work from home setup. Now, obviously it's gotten a little bit better over the years, but I figured out the exact things that I need in order to work comfortably at home. And I'm not going to tell you what chair to buy or that you need to have a desk, because there's a million blogs that are going to tell you that. And I even know that not all of you have a designated work area and you're working from your dining table right now. So all that doesn't apply to everyone. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my work from home essentials that are both affordable and in fact all of these things can be found on Amazon. These things are going to make you more comfortable when you work from home, but they're also going to help you stay productive. Everything I mentioned is going to be linked down below. For full transparency, I'm using affiliate links, which gives me a teeny tiny percentage if you decide to buy something that I recommend using one of those links. If you don't want that to happen, just go to Amazon and search for the name and you can buy it without using the affiliate links. So without any further ado, let me know that you are excited to find out how to be comfortable and productive when you work from home by tapping that like button, and let's jump into it. And let me be clear, this first thing is going to blow your mind. And this is something that I acquired when we went into quarantine, and now I can't imagine how I lived my life up to this moment without it. And that item is my lap desk. I know this probably makes me old, but I absolutely love this thing. And I actually recommended it on a group that I'm in with a whole bunch of other working moms, and everyone collectively lost their mind. The thing that I love about this, and I'll insert some footage of me actually working on it, is obviously it has a space for your actual laptop, but you can sit on the couch with your mouse. It has a slot for your phone. I think it's pretty. You know, this just actually helps me work when I don't want to work at my desk, because some things, you know, if you're writing or doing something creative, maybe a different location like the couch is going to be more comfortable. And personally, I find, especially if you're working in a tiny space, like you share a 1-bedroom with your partner and sometimes you need to take calls in your room and stuff like that, this actually just makes it comfortable and you can still navigate and use your mouse and everything. I will note, if you search on Amazon, you can even find some that have cup holders. I didn't get that one because I've already spilled 2 cups of coffee on 2 different computers. We don't need to go there again. Anyways, this is something that I had seen in store for years. I always kind of laughed at, but I'm a total convert and I cannot live without my lap desk anymore. I just can't. And the next thing we're going to talk to you about is something that probably hasn't been a problem for you in recent months, but as we head into the fall and winter, it will be an increasing concern, and that is lighting. Let's face it, we live on Zoom now. Now, obviously I'm a YouTuber and I have a ton of lights, but I actually, quite a while ago, purchased this desk lamp, which is actually optimized for looking good on video calls. It has a whole bunch of different light and temperature settings and things like that. It actually really helps, and people constantly remark on the lighting that I have in the calls that I attend. And obviously having a lamp on your desk can be very helpful in terms of just doing things like avoiding eye strain when you're working in low light conditions. I do know that this desk lamp is a little bit pricey though. Like, I generally on Amazon think I'm gonna pay like $20, and I think it was like $60 or $80. Obviously pricing on Amazon moves a little bit. I do have an alternate though, and this is good even if you're someone who does a lot of FaceTime or you just want to take a really good selfie. You can get one of these little guys, and it clips onto your phone. So here, let me show you. So you clip it onto your phone. Oh God, you're gonna see how manky my phone is now. Anyways, so you clip it onto your phone and it has this button, and there's 3 different light settings. It charges by USB. I've had this one for a few years now, so life is really good. It does give decent lighting. Is it, you know, like a full lighting rig? No, but I think that it really does the trick, especially if you're in a meeting in a darker room. It's going to give you a little bit of illumination so people can at least see your face in the meeting. And I think that this one was around $10. And again, this one has lasted me for a few years. So if you want a cheap lighting option, this is a really good one. And I think so much of working from home and being productive and being comfortable, one of the things that you also are thinking about is because you do want to look good in video meetings, and you just want to work effectively. One of the things that a lot of you are working from a laptop right now. I know I do. I don't own a desktop. I don't know anyone who does these days. But the thing about a laptop is when it's on your desk, you're actually looking down. So not only is that like not good for your neck, but when you're in a video call, it's not necessarily a positive angle. So I went and got one of these bad boys. Now you can just as easily use a stack of books. It's totally gonna work for you. But this little thing is so cool. It actually just pops up. I have brought this around with me when I was at my co-working space, when I've been traveling. So it pops up and it helps your laptop get up to eye level so that it is more flattering when you're in a meeting, but also when you're just doing work on your laptop, you're not looking down, and it is, again, it's just, I think it's more ergonomic. Now, the next thing that I got, obviously when you're working from home and you're attending meetings, you're gonna have a set of headphones. Having a good headset is really important. Perhaps I'm just late to the party on this because I'm an Android girl, not an iPhone person, but I did a couple of years ago get a pair of wireless headphones for when I was running, and I ended up using them a ton, especially when I'm dialing into like a training or a webinar or even just a meeting that I'm not an active participant and the video is off, and that lets me move around a little bit. You know, I want to get up and get a coffee in the middle of it. I can, I'm not like tethered to my desk. I did recently upgrade mine to get Google Pixel Buds, which I just got last week, and so far I'm super happy with, but they're more expensive. This other pair did really good. The reason why I did the upgrade is I initially got them to see if I would actually use them and like them, or if I would lose them, so I wanted it to be low risk. I managed to keep them, so I did do the upgrade, but both totally work. Obviously, the Google Pixel Buds are better quality. I find the sound to be much better and the microphone's better, but both of these work. So there's a lot of options at different price points, especially on Amazon. My next work from home essential product is something that admittedly is not going to be essential to everyone, but if you're a stationery aficionado like I am, you probably are going to want to have a stack of these, and this is a really good notebook. Now, I do have a favor that I'm going to show you, and you're going to need this if you have signed up for my Career Glow Up workshop. You're going to need to be taking a ton of notes, and there's going to be a bunch of action items. Let me just grab this. So I do have a favorite notebook. It is the Fringe Notebooks. It's a 192 page. You can get these on Amazon, and actually, if you look into TJ Maxx or HomeSense, these often come up as well. I have a bunch of different ones. Basically, I just keep on ordering them. I really like this one because it's bigger than a standard size, if that makes sense. So there's lots of good writing room. I tend to illustrate and map things out as well as obviously write. So I like the size of the paper for that. I like the cover. It's like a leather feeling one. It's pretty, it's inspirational, and I'm a total sucker for rose gold, and they have a lot of that. Again, I really like this notebook. So if you're a notebook fan, check these out. And if you do see them at TJ Maxx, just like buy one and try it out. My next work from home product that I just really couldn't live without is pretty obvious. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I just in general cannot live without this, and that is my coffee maker. Now, before I was fully remote working from home, I was actually a pour over person. I love a good pour over coffee. It's just my favorite. However, when you're in and out of meetings, it does take a little bit longer. So I have hauled out my old Keurig machine. This is actually a gift from my mother-in-law from when I got married. It's 9 years old. It still works. I get K-Cups, you know, on Amazon as well, or again, TJ Maxx, because I love that store. But I like it because it's just like fast, easy way to get coffee into my face hole. There are more inexpensive options, and I think if I was investing again, I would get one like this that I'm showing you on screen right now because it's small, and I would actually probably just stick it in my office to make it really easy for me to have as much coffee as possible, just to be honest with you. Now, my next work from home favorite from Amazon, you might laugh at me about, but it is actually just, I'm gonna have to kick them off. It's a good pair of slippers. I am a sucker for a good pair of slippers. And we are heading into cooler season. You know, obviously it's turning into fall, and just having cozy feet is really nice, and I'm Canadian. I don't wear shoes inside of my house. I do like to have something on my feet sometimes though, so having a really good snuggly pair of slippers is really nice, especially when I am doing something like I'm on my couch with my lap desk, getting some work done, and having slippers just makes me feel cozy and comfortable, and that gets me into a more productive mind frame in general. So make fun of me all you want in the comments. I love a good slipper. If you do too, let me know. Now, the last thing is something that I actually don't have yet, and this is a bougie bonus because I actually don't think that this is a work from home must-have. I don't think it's actually essential, but for me, it is something that is essential, and I have invested into some exercise equipment. When the weather was good, I just have stuck to running outside. That totally works for me. But I do like to cross train, and I'm used to going to spinning classes at Peloton, and I really missed it. So I ended up ordering a bike. I didn't go full out and get a full Peloton. If that's in your budget and you have the space, I cannot recommend those bikes enough. But our little home office setup is temporary. I don't think we're gonna keep it this way in the future. So I just didn't know if I was gonna keep the bike. So I didn't wanna invest into a Peloton when I didn't know if it was a permanent thing in my house. So I ended up getting this one on Amazon. I'll be using the Peloton app so I can still do the classes. And I'm really excited to get back on a bike and spin. And especially on cold mornings when I really don't wanna go for a run outside or just to do something a little bit different. Plus the Peloton instructors are just so motivational, and I love taking those classes. So I'm really excited to get back. Now, I'd love to hear from you what you would add to this list. What is your work from home fave product that you think everyone should own? I can't wait to hear it and maybe test it out. And obviously when we're working from home, separating our work and our life space is really important. My next video is going to be a deep dive into work-life boundaries. So if you haven't already, I highly recommend clicking that subscription button so that you do not miss that video. In the meantime though, I do have some tips to help you set some parameters so that you have differentiation between your work life and your personal life, even when they all happen in the same space. You can check that out right here. I can't wait to hear your work from home essentials in the comments. If this video was helpful, give me a thumbs up. If you have any of these things, let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.